Some perspective, and in 2016, let me tell you, it is a fun place to be. I went to the graffiti swag shop in Atlanta to hear all sides. They talk Trump, they talk Clinton, and then today you'll hear about their thoughts on President Barack Obama. You're going to hear more of our conversation with a couple of folks, 6 people, including Michael Render, known as Killer Mike, a rapper and activist and the swag shop's owner, Taj Anwar Baul, a firefighter and urban farmer, Shelley Winters, a Harlem native who is voting for Donald Trump, Jemida Orange, whose father marched many miles with Dr. Martin Luther King, Kalonji Changa, a grassroots activist and local leader who, by the way, is not voting at all on the national level, and Christine White, an attorney who is all in for Hillary Clinton. Here is the last piece of our conversation. President Obama. They just did this interview with Essence magazine, and they were talking about how, think about it, there are 6, 7, 8-year-old little girls and boys in this country who all they know is a black president.
My 9-year-old daughter.
Your 9-year-old daughter.
Yep.
That is normal to her.
Absolutely.
What do you think, having a black president in office as long as we have, how will that affect black families in this country moving forward?
It should have affected them positively, as I said in 2008 when I voted for Barack Obama.
You went rogue from your Republican voting to...
No, I went to the change.
Yes.
I wanted to change. He told me, I'm going to D.C., I'm going to change. Same thing, that's why I like Trump. He's going to D.C., he's an outsider, complete outsider. He's going to change. What's surprising to me is when President Obama became president, I started seeing some of the worst television show depictions of my women that ever came about when he became president. And I truly believe...
That is the most irrational argument I've ever heard in my life. That is completely irrational based on nothing.
What our kids saw was the most beautiful couple, most powerful couple in the world being black, but their images every day were destructive on a constant basis for 8 years. Because before that, I had Cosby, I had Martin, I had Different World, I had black colleges. That's what I had in the media. Now I have trash. Don't you ever tell me that Come on, man.
Christine, go ahead. What do you think the impact 8 years? And do you feel like, was it Diddy recently who said shortchanged? I mean, he gave love to the president, but he says black folks feel shortchanged.
I don't think that has any weight as it compares to the things that have occurred, to the $1.2 million that were given to black farmers, or that black farmers had to fight for, and that the Obama legislation oversaw, the Health Care Act, which impacted African American communities in extreme ways. There are so many, the expansion of money to HBCUs. As a former prosecutor, I never thought that I would see the day where the crack cocaine sentencing would be bridged.
I love Barack. I love Barack and Michelle to death. The reason I'm gonna give him a B+, A- is because I'm angry. He didn't do nothing for me as a black woman with that Supreme Court.
I agree. I agree.
Had he been Hillary, had he been Donald, we would have ripped him to shreds.
Absolutely. And we didn't. And we didn't take
he got a pass.
The reason I would travel between C+ and B- is this. As a black person, my life has not dramatically changed. I'm still just a regular, just above working class, middle class black dad. And I've seen every other group of people that gave their loyalty to him get something big. Now, I don't think it's his fault. I don't think he meant to do it. But through serendipity or whatever, for the last 7 years of his presidency, we are the only group that's fallen deeper into poverty. So all I'm saying to our president is, I love you. You are the greatest symbol of a black man I have to offer to my children in the political realm. I don't think you should be on that picture with Martin and Malcolm, but that's a whole nother discussion.
And you got a president whose middle name is Hussein, and still Hussein has killed more folks with drone attacks than both Bushes. You understand what I'm saying? We're dealing with a situation where when you say Black Lives Matter, the first thing they jump up and say all lives matter. But yet I just gave you those statistics, so we know that's not true. We talk about black on black crime, but then we look at World War I and World War II, where more white folks killed white folks and others than any other period in the history of the world. You understand what I'm saying? So how are we going to trust another lying politician?
With everything that is happening, black people are getting more woke. So now, as they're learning what is going on, they're getting pissed off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like at the beginning, we were like, oh, black president, black first lady, oh God, this is so great. Look, his hair is nappy. Oh, Michelle is so voluptuous, and da 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 da. We were so in love with that image, okay, that we were not making our president responsible.
If you feel woke now, how do you take that and apply it to 2016?
I'm going for Trump because I'm woke. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The empire is my enemy and the enemy of my people. The empire is totally, totally, totally against this man.
I don't believe that we can say, oh, well, the system is corrupt and Trump is corrupt too, so I'm going to go with the corrupt Trump as opposed to the corrupt system. Trump has proven himself to be corrupt as well. What I believe is that there is a certain amount of influence that we will have over Hillary Clinton if she is elected. I think that we need to use that influence, but we cannot be naive.
This generation, we've got to come together. They've got to come together with a platform, whether you're for Hillary or Trump, where we present them with a platform. This is where we stand. This is what we want. Then y'all, it ain't gonna be easy just to give a few dollars to here and there. Don't let them pick our leaders. The leaders will come from the bottom.
If the local is strong, it don't really matter who is in office.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, they're just a symbol, they're just a puppet. They're doing what they're told. You understand? They're doing what the money is telling them to do.
I want us to listen to Taj. When I talk to people, I tell them there are 3 rules for black people. This is all I want you to do. Learn to fight. Learn to fight. Don't be asking me to do no celebrity stop bullying campaigns and you don't know how to fight, because when you know how to fight, you don't react scared. When you know how to fight, if the policeman says, hold on, you don't look nervous and run. You don't attack. And I'm not saying it's your fault, but if you know how to fight, you know how to defend yourself. Learn how to fight, learn how to shoot, learn how to grow something. And the other thing, organize outside of political parties. Organize in your PTA meetings, organize after church, but decide locally what you want to do and be active. That's it. No politician's ever going to save us. I personally don't think anybody's coming out the clouds to save us, but I know we have saved ourselves time and time again. Our vote is for auction or sale only.
There you go.
Thank you all so much. And thanks for having me finally at